All right. The year has come and it has gone. Normally I make a best of, a lot of YouTubers make best ofs and stuff like that. But the most important part of these best ofs for me is the reflection point where I start at the beginning. I give you guys an intro and then, I talk to you about the things I've learned this past year and the things that I'm going to try and do in the next year. Normally I also after that tag on like a bunch of funny moments and stuff like that. I'm not going to do that this year. I just don't care to do that. I think I would much rather, just get right into the next year and not spend a lot of time showcasing like our funniest moments and stuff like that. Obviously I do love going back and watching those videos and watching like those funny moments and stuff like that. But I kind of just want to go forward. I just want to move on from the last year and just, take what I've learned and implement it. That being said, one of the first things I've learned from this last year was I am kind of doing a lot of shit wrong. What I mean by that is like the content that I'm making is not really geared towards any particular group of people. It's a very broad audience that I not necessarily am trying to capture. I never really set out to be like, oh, I'm going to try and be like the funny YouTube guys, or I'm going to try and like capture like all kinds of different games audiences and shit like that. It just so happens that like that is effectively the end goal of the kind of content I was putting out. Like I put out Terraria content, Hunt Showdown content, Elden Ring content, whatever game content we play, you know what I mean? And there's never actually a moment for me to be able to like capture anybody because they come to this channel and they're like, oh, this is a good Terraria video. Where are the rest of the Terraria videos? I think that's a very important part of creating videos now. You need to be able to have a very dedicated target as to what you're trying to go for, what you're trying to like build up from. And yeah, I think that I very much am failing at that right now. I need to take aim at one thing and capture that. And I think I could do that. I think I could do that very well. So obviously it's got to be Terraria because and it works out because Terraria is one of our better performing, is usually our better performing videos, but also I just really enjoy the game. Like that game is just fucking amazing. I love Terraria so much. I'm definitely going to try and do some things that I don't think anybody's ever seen be done in Terraria. And we'll see how that goes. So I'm not going to promise anything right now, but that is one of the things that I've learned this year is I just need to focus. Focus on one thing. Don't try and follow trends or anything like that. Do not give a fuck about that. Don't care about like where the waves are moving. You have to create your own wave. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. Like I said, it wasn't necessarily the fact that I was ever trying to capture like a wide audience with the videos I was making. I was just being very unfocused with the videos I was making. All the videos I made this year, I really enjoyed that I made them. I like the direction I went with them, but it's not conducive of an audience that understands what we are. We are very unknown. But if we focus on like something like Terraria, I could be known as like, oh, this is what you did with this game. Like this is the Terraria guy or whatever the fuck. I think earlier in the year I was saying something like I really don't want to be like typecasted as like that Terraria like YouTuber. But I feel like the only way I could actually have that done to me is if I was doing like Terraria update videos. But I'm not going to do that. It's going to be more so like still our vibe, still our funny shit, but like represented as much as we can in Terraria. So yeah, I think it'll be enjoyable for everybody. But yeah, I'll just show you guys that eventually. Yeah, one of the other things that I was really battling this year was making the decision of, going forward with the OFS stuff or going forward with commentary. Because I think at the beginning of last year, the commentary channel was showing me to be like probably the most like successful, acting alone, doing my own thing, doing like the 10-hour research streams. I did a lot of that last year and it was, it was fun. I will say that like I did have a lot of fun doing a lot of those streams. You know, the community that was kind of building underneath that, people were telling me like, oh, I really love your videos. I really love the work you're putting in as well. You know, a lot of times people were giving me a lot of this like positive affirmation for doing commentary. And, you know, obviously commentary was conducive of some more negative responses and stuff like that. But I was realizing that I am pretty okay with that, you know, because a lot of times the negative reviews that I was getting from my videos were things that I could handle, you know, and then they still are, you know. I think I have like a little bit better of a mind for content creation because that's inevitable, you know. Negative responses are going to be a thing that I have to deal with. I just have to understand how to process them quickly and not like let them linger for too long, you know. Stuff might hurt me. But stuff will always hurt you. There's going to be things in life that hurt you. It's just a matter of, can you take that hurt, understand it, and then, you know, file it away and be like, okay, cool. I understand why that hurt me. And then here's how I'm going to deal with it going forward and stuff like that. But I had to make that decision between like commentary and OFS. And I was, you know, it was a battle. It's been a battle for so long, up until probably like last month. I was battling it. I was really like, fuck, I feel like I want to go commentary, but I don't want to leave behind the OFS stuff, you know? And, you know, I finally settled, and I realized why I'm not choosing commentary. You know, it seemed like it was probably the best path for me to take commentary if I wanted to get, you know, into doing YouTube as my full-time job. But then I started realizing like, I don't really want to have YouTube as my full-time job if it's not successful through the foundation of OFS, you know. OFS has always been the goal for it. The reason I made it, and I've said this in like a lot of past commentary or a lot of past videos. I've said this a ton of times. OFS has always been the dream, you know, the dream that my friends have expressed of like, wouldn't it be so cool for if we could do something like Vanoss, or if we could do something like insert favorite YouTuber, whatever, you know. This shit started when me and like a group of my friends were all in high school at the lunch table. And we would say those things. We would be like, dude, it would be so cool if we could do that. And that is the dream. Commentary is not that. Commentary has never been that. Commentary is just something I just so happen to be okay at. And I was realizing that like if I really wanted to go down that route, I wasn't going to be satisfied or fulfilled at the end of my life. When I look back at what I've done, if I did commentary, it would just be me like telling a bunch of dumb ass people that they're dumbasses. And there's not really anything valuable from that, I don't think, unless I went like the full journalism route and started going after like really important like stories and doing stuff like that. I think there is an importance to having like commentators and stuff like that. But as far as my contribution to it, I don't necessarily feel like I would be happy at the end of the day, you know, to be that person that's going after people and like telling them like, oh, you're a dumb fuck, like stupid ass motherfucker for saying this type of shit or doing this type of thing or blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's fun. It's definitely fun. It's so fun. I won't lie to you guys. It is fun to go in and roast some people that you disagree with. It is fun. But I'm probably going to still do some shit like that. It's just not going to be like this 10-hour research stream, you know, because like it's a waste of my life. It's a waste of my time. And I would much rather create something that makes people like happy, you know. And obviously the commentary stuff does make some people happy. They're like, oh, wow, yeah, I you know, like they enjoy it. I don't know. I just want to make people laugh. I want to make people feel better. And I think that'll be better done through the building of like OFS. Like when I'm at the end of my life and I look back at my life and I did the OFS stuff, if I could successfully do OFS and create all the things that I have in my mind, you know, maybe one day we're some of the biggest YouTubers, or maybe even we're like mid-sized YouTubers, but we have a dope ass community, and maybe we could create some dope ass clothes like we already have. We made the hoodies, and maybe we could keep going down that route, making some dope ass shit. Who knows? Like, there's so many different avenues that I would like to take the OFS channel through and the OFS brand through, that the sky is the limit, honestly. You know, maybe one day we have our own like little animated series or something like that. Or maybe we make some other shit. You know, it's like OFS is always been the foundation for whatever we want. The foundation for anything that any of me or my friends have wanted to do with our lives. And up until recently, I was feeling very conflicted because I felt like OFS was only going to help me. And that's never what I wanted. I felt like OFS was really just going to turn into my channel. And that's why I was really conflicted of whether or not I should go down the commentary path or just go down the OFS path or whatever the fuck. Because I felt like I was the only one that was going to benefit from this. And I was like, well, then it doesn't matter. You know, OFS doesn't matter if I'm the only one that benefits from it. Because that's never been the point. The whole point was for me to inspire my friends to do some shit, you know? Because there's always people who say like, oh, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be cool to do something like that? Well, fucking do it. Just fucking do it. You can do it. You know, maybe you aren't the best at it, but nobody's the best at it if you don't ever start. You never know if you're going to be the best at it if you don't fucking start. And that's really what I wanted to show, you know? When I started this channel, I've never made gaming videos. I've never made any type of videos besides like some skate videos that I posted on Instagram and stuff like that. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. I took one video editing class in high school, and that was all I had to go off of. So everything that I do now has been through the process of making. And I think that's something that people don't understand, is that you just have to make. You just have to create things in order to get good at something. You know, maybe you don't even stick to that thing that you started making. You just have to do it. You just have to start making something. That, you know, recently that's changed. Now I don't feel like I'm the only one going to benefit from the OFS things. Because now there are like a couple of my friends that are making things. And yeah, I mean, there's J-Pup making videos, Magical Garn making videos. Now I got Justin making videos. And that's really good, because now I don't feel like OFS is only going to benefit me. I don't feel like I'm going to be the one like flying off in a fucking outer space on a rocket ship and my friends are going to be on the floor watching. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was the scary part of it. Like OFS, oh, it's a group channel. Why is Bobby the only one benefiting from it? You know what I mean? That would have sucked if that was what happened. That was why I was considering the point of going solo and just doing my own thing. But, you know, things have changed. So I'm going to continue the OFS stuff. So yeah, that'll be fun. And I guess the last thing that I've kind of been thinking about and learned throughout the last year, and the thing that I want to implement and then the year going forward, and hopefully, you know, the foreseeable future, is I want to help people as much as I possibly can. I want to help the people around me as much as I possibly can. In order to help others, you have to be able to be helpful towards yourself. And obviously that's not like a new fucking novel idea or anything like that. But that's going to be a big thing going forward in this year, is I need to focus up. And, you know, in order to promote more good into the world, I need to make sure that I'm doing good myself, which I mostly am, I think, for the most part. But there's like some personal things that I got to make sure that I got in order. You know, in terms of like just making sure that I can focus, and making sure that I don't lose the things that I want to do, you know. I don't want to focus so hard on building a foundation for my friends that I don't build my own. So yeah, that's going to be something I focus on this year too. It's not really YouTube shit, because the YouTube shit is like, I kind of understand what I'm going to do. You know, just focus on Terraria, build that up, make something that nobody's ever seen, make something that nobody's ever like tried, and make it good, you know? Same thing as last year, is make things and make them good. But outside of the YouTube thing, it's mostly just like some little small shit that I should probably be like elevating a little bit just to make my life a little bit better. Because if I make my life better, I have like better chance to make other people's lives better, which is really dope. And that's kind of the goal. Yeah, I mean, like I also got this fucking piano that I want to start making cool shit on. You know, obviously maybe I put stuff into the videos, music wise, maybe I do streams like that. But I just want to get good at like a lot of stuff. I think I have so much potential to do a lot of things like that. I need to focus on myself. Because I'm also going to be very upset with my entire life if I look back and I never fucking tried. If I didn't try to make something with this right here. If I don't try to make something with this, I'm going to be a sad old man and I'm going to hate my life. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. I'm only 24 right now, but, you know, shit flies. You know, time flies by so fucking fast. And I think most people know, like, oh, that's what I want to do. Well, then fucking go after it. There's nothing you can lose. You die either way. So why not die trying? If I die poor, or if I die in this room, in this same place, when I'm fucking 70 years old, but at the very least, I've been trying the whole time, you know what? Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. I never got a mansion. Don't give a fuck. I don't care, because I was making cool shit along the way that I enjoyed. And I think that's the big thing. Don't worry about what other people want. Don't worry about making things that other people will like. Just make things that work. You know, make things that work and you like them. And, you know, if it works out, dope. If it doesn't work out, fuck it. At least you had fun. Making some shit that nobody liked. And don't feel bad about people not watching your shit. Don't feel bad about, you know, people not liking things as much as you like them. You don't deserve anything. You don't deserve anything. There's so much bad shit that can happen. And you may not deserve it. But you also don't not deserve it. You're just here. You're just here. And the only thing that you are guaranteed is to die. So just make whatever the fuck you want. Who cares if nobody likes it? As long as you like it, more likely than not, there's somebody out there in the world that will like it too. You just gotta package it. Like I've said 1,000 fucking times, you can make the most beautiful painting in the entire world. But if it's at the bottom of the ocean, nobody's ever gonna see it. Make what you like to make. Make it the greatest you possibly can, and then try and figure out how to show everybody. And that's it. That's all you can do. But even if you did make a painting that ends up at the bottom of the ocean, hopefully you still had fun making it. So yeah, let's go into 2024 and show the world the painting.